Hi, thank you everyone for joining. We're going to go ahead and get started. Welcome to today's webinar, Take Your Client Reporting to the Next Level. We are thrilled to be sharing our most recent update with you, a brand new, completely overhauled report editor. Today, I'm going to show you how you can create an effective, meaningful report that your clients will love. We'll do a deep dive into the new report editor features as I walk you through how to build a report step by step. At the end of the presentation, we'll be opening it up for questions. At any point during the demo, you can go ahead and type your questions or upvote other questions you have in the chat box, and we'll be sure they get answered. This webcast will also be recorded. We'll be sending you the recorded version at the end of the presentation. Let's get started. To kick things off, let me introduce myself. I'm Rebecca Bowden, Marketing Director here at Agency Analytics, and I've been in your shoes. Prior to Agency Analytics, I was managing client PPC and SEO campaigns, and reporting was a painful process every month. I'd have to spend the first week of every month creating reports instead of actively working on the client campaign. But Agency Analytics is here to make the reporting process painless. Creating manual reports is a really time-consuming process. It averages 3 to 6 hours per client report and can be even higher depending on how many data sources you're pulling from. Agency Analytics streamlines the process by providing SEO tools and over 30 other marketing integrations, platforms like Google Analytics, Facebook Ads, Instagram, and many more, so you can bring all of your data into one convenient platform. You can then create custom client dashboards and automated reports to seamlessly keep your clients up to date. A great client report really focuses on the goals and KPIs of your client's business and presents it in an easy-to-understand, digestible format. But to create a report focused completely on your client's goals requires some extra customization. We've been gathering a lot of feedback from our users, and one of the top requests was to see additional customization within their reports. And that's exactly what we did. I'm really excited to share with you an overview here of the new features you'll find available. The focus was really to bring you a report editor that was more customizable, so you can create custom reports that really engages your client. One of the biggest updates is that the interface is now entirely drag and drop, so you can add any widget with any metric from any of the integrations to your report pages. There's additional customization and filters available too, which I'll be going over shortly. Even with the additional customization, we wanted to make sure you could save even more time with the report editor. So we've completely overhauled our template functionality to make templates more intuitive and customizable so you can better scale your reporting. Other time-saving features also include the ability to turn dashboards into PDF reports, clone your reports, use some of our pre-built templates, and every template is customizable. All right, let's get started and check out our first report. So to begin, I want to show you a report that highlights how you can use the extra customization in the new report editor to create a really effective report. I love how this report is formatted. It's a monthly overview that really focuses on the client's goals. And on top of that, it's easy for the client to understand it. I'll scroll back to the top where we'll see the report starts off with a white labeled page featuring the agency's logo. The table of contents gives a preview of each section included, and then an overview page. The overview page is using title widgets to highlight the goals of the month. It then uses stats and graphs to measure and show the progress. This page is pulling in data from 5 different integrations within our platform to give the client a complete picture of their marketing performance. But as the client scrolls, they'll be able to see the extra details and insights about what specifically drove those results. This report makes great use of text boxes as well to give that extra insight about the progress during the month. This organic overview page, for example, is highlighting in the text box what exactly is going on in their SEO campaign so the client can understand all of these widgets and metrics that are included. This page is also combining data from multiple data sources, We have Google Change reported from our rank tracker, Search Console, backlinks, and organic sessions pulled in from Google Analytics. So in a single page, you can see a complete update on SEO performance. I'm going to jump down to the PPC overview page. This page also is combining data from all of the different PPC integrations. It also has another feature that was updated with the new report editor. We updated the Google Sheets integration so you can also include stat widgets and these drag and drop tables. This is just one example of how you might use the Google Sheets integration to add some extra insight into your report. In this instance, it's a table in Google Sheets that's tracking return on ad spend month to month. So this is just one example of how you can use the new report editor to create a much more customized report that really focuses on the client's goals. I'm going to show you one additional example. This is another sample report. It's a single page weekly overview. The table of contents and cover page has been removed, and it's just focusing on a few key metrics. It's a great way to keep your client up to date on a weekly basis without overwhelming them. These are just two examples, though, of how you can use the new report editor. With the new drag and drop widgets and extra customization, the options are really endless. So let's go ahead and get started on creating our first report. In the demo of the new report editor, I'll be going over, first, how to create a new report and navigate the new interface. Second, we'll go over how to scale your reports and save time with all of the new template features. I'm starting out here in the control panel. We've moved the navigation over to the left-hand side where you can access all of your reports and dashboards. You can also access your reports directly in the client's campaign. I'll click into a campaign and navigate down to the report section. Here I can view the full list of all of the reports associated with that campaign, as well as create a new report. I'll go ahead and walk us through creating our first report. We've completely updated the interface to be a step-by-step wizard so that you can create your report and set up the settings in just 3 easy steps. I'll first name my report. Second, choose a source. This is one of those exciting time-saving features that I mentioned previously. You can create from a blank report or start from a template. The template can be completely customized for that particular client. Or clone an existing report that you've already made from another campaign. I'm going to go ahead and create a blank report. You'll notice that the report editor is completely updated with a new interface to make building reports easier than ever before. At the top, you'll see we've completely done away with redacted data. This is one of my favorite updates. You can now toggle between sample data or view live data from your campaign's integrations. The sample data will give you an easier way to see how your report looks, while the live data will help you build those reports and add commentary and insights. Here's the date selector where you'll choose the date range that you want to see the live data for. You can also compare to the previous period or year. I'll go ahead and have this report compare to the previous period. Now let's go ahead and add our first section. Over on the left-hand side, I'll click Add Section. For those of you familiar with our platform, these are similar to our report editor. It's pre-built sections that really follow the same pattern as our dashboard. I'll click into Analytics and add an overview of all channels. But now I can customize this pre-built section even further. By clicking the Add Item to Report button and then Add Widget, I can add any widget from any of the integrations to this page. I happen to know I also want to report on goals. I'll add goal completions and then resize the widget and drag it into a new position. You can find additional customization for all of the widgets by clicking the gear icon here. So let's say, for example, I happen to know I do some custom tracking and I want to be showing how many goals were completed based off of source and medium. Great. I could customize this further by adding text boxes or customize any of the widgets that I've added, but this page is now complete. You can also create completely customized pages with all drag and drop widgets. So I'm going to go ahead and create an entirely new blank section. Here, let's create an organic overview together. I know I want to show, if you already know the widgets that you want to display, you can also use the search function. So I happen to know that I want to show Google change in a line chart. This is pulling in from the rank tracker to show how my rankings have changed over the past month. And then I want to compare that side by side with the total number of organic sessions. I'll add a line chart for sessions, drop it next to the ranking widget, and then click the gear icon to add an organic filter. I can also have the widget highlight my branding to customize it further. Great. Let's say in this campaign, I'm also tracking for a couple different locations. I want to give my client an overview of ranking change by location. So I'll add a stat for Google change. I'll actually add it twice. And then I'm going to customize that widget for each location. Here, I'll filter and show, pause. And for this one, I'll apply a filter to show only US and update the title. Great, so now I have a preview of rankings for both of my locations. Let's say I also do want to show the total number of goals completed. And we also are tracking mobile, so let's see how mobile change compares. So I'm now currently using some widgets from the rank tracker and analytics, but I want to, like I said, make this a complete overview of SEO. So I also want to show backlinks for this month, as well as what are my top pages in Search Console. Lastly, we can go ahead and add all of the keywords in a table that we're currently tracking. I now have a full page showing complete SEO performance for this month. Say, to finish off this report, I actually just want to have an overview page showing all my marketing KPIs. But I've already created that template in my dashboard. You can easily transfer any dashboard into a report template. Simply add a section, go to miscellaneous, and select campaign dashboard. This will pull in the widgets you've already added from your dashboard into a PDF report. I'll rename it and then you can drag your widgets into any order. I'll collapse this down to preview my report. Once it's ready, I'm ready to schedule it. You can either save and exit it to come back and work on it further, save and schedule to have it automatically sent to your clients, or save and download. Let's go ahead and have it automatically send to a client. Next, we'll enter the scheduling options. Here, we've also made it easier with a step-by-step process. First, you'll select the frequency. We've gone ahead and added an additional frequency. You can now send your reports on a quarterly basis. I'm going to stick with monthly. I'll have it send on the first of every month at 8 a.m. Notice there's a time zone here. When you create your campaign, you'll now also set the time zone for that campaign. This will help control the time of day that you will be sending the reports. And then the date range, I want to report on the previous month. I'll continue and then set up the settings for who it'll send to. I'll send it to myself for now, give it a subject line, and then you can add any extra message in the email content. Now that it's ready, let's save. Great, we have just created a report that's highly customized that will send to my client every month on the 1st, and it only took a few minutes. So now that you know how to create a report, let's go over some of the management features and then I'll touch on templates. Here when we exited, we entered the report details. This is where you'll go back if you ever need to edit the schedule, edit the email, the recipients, or click the Edit Design button to go back into the report editor and edit your report. If you want to download the report to PDF to preview it, click the download icon here. You'll download the PDF, select the date range that you want to view, and then once that report is ready, you'll be able to download it from the notifications icon here. To get to the report details for any report, simply click the name of the report. Let's check out this report. We can see here the report logs for this one. It's sent on the 1st of the month. If I click the view icon, I can see the exact report that my client received. You and your clients can now view web-based reports. You can preview the report directly in the browser or click the download icon to download it to a PDF. All right, next I'm going to jump in and talk about those template features that I'm so excited about. The improved template options are really going to help you save hours every month on your reporting. I'm going to go back to the control panel by clicking my logo and then navigate down to the report section. Here's where you can see every report in your account. You'll see if it's scheduled to send, the campaign it's associated with, and the last and next delivery date. There's even some filters, so I can filter by scheduled reports only, and then say sort by next delivery date, so I can walk through and check the reports that are about to send. This is also where you'll manage your templates. I'll click the template link here. Here are all the templates that are available in your account. You get some extra info about how many sections are included, if there's a cover page, so you have an idea of what this report's about. I'm going to really quickly show you how to create a new template. Here, we'll have a similar step-by-step process to get it started. You can also start from a different source for your templates as well. You can create a completely blank one, customize an existing template to create a new one, or clone an existing report. If you want to turn one of your current reports into a template, using the clone option is what you want. I'm going to start from another template. As I mentioned, we have a few pre-configured templates already in your account. So say you just want to customize that pre-configured template a little bit so you have your own. I'm going to use the local SEO report and customize that with my own metrics. Once I get into the report editor, you'll see that building a template is really similar to building a report. One of the small differences is you won't see the sample and live data. It's going to be sample data by default since you don't have a campaign assigned to this template yet. So in this instance, I know I just want to make a couple small changes. I'm going to add a text box. The text box is added as a widget. I can then drag it up into place and edit it. Then select the check marks to save that text, and you can adjust the size. There might be a couple sections that I don't want to include in this particular report, so I'll remove those. Once the template is ready, I'll go ahead and save. So I now have a new template based off of one of my existing templates that I customized slightly. I have a few reports that I want to be using that particular template. There might be a few different reasons why you want to do this. Say you start tracking Google Mobile and you need to update all of those reports. One of my favorite time-saving features is that you can select as many reports or bulk select by holding Shift and then apply a template. This is going to update all of the content of that report. The scheduling and the recipients will remain the same. Great, now all my reports are updated and ready to go out for the upcoming month. So now that you guys have learned how to build a report step by step, add all of the extra customization that's now available, and then manage your templates, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap things up and open everything up for questions. I wanna thank everyone who's here today for joining this webinar, and I hope you're excited to start creating more customized reports for your clients. You can go ahead and start typing in your questions in the question box and we'll get those answered.